What's going on, chosen ones? Peace and blessings to everybody watching. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It's your boy Cardo back at it again with another video. Pound that like button on your way in. Go ahead and pound it. It's super easy. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. And subscribe to me if you ain't hit the bell yet. Please do so. Put the notifications on. That way you'll know when I'm uploading. That's how I work. And follow me on the gram. I got that link in the description. I appreciate it. Chosen ones. Chosen ones, let's do this, man. Let's start it off right. We do this every time. I'm going to need y'all to do this with me. It's only right. Let's thank the Most High, our Almighty Heavenly Father, for allowing us to be here. Today, yes, sir. It did. You feel me, chosen ones? I sure hope so. That's just a little something that I do. It's light work. You know what I'm saying? So get the swords out. Swords. Get them out. Get them out right now. We ain't gonna waste time with that. Because in this video, in every video, you know what we do. Right? We gonna be slicing. Right? Yeah. We gonna be dicing too. With what? Man. With these scriptures. With the word. We back up everything we talk with God's truth. You know what I'm saying? Chosen ones, put a smile on your face right now. As y'all getting ready, sharpening your swords, doing what y'all got to do in these streets. Let me tell you something. See, today, chosen ones, I'm going to be telling you some signs that you may be having when you are starting to lose the faith. These are signs that you don't want to ignore. We're going to talk about things where you start to feel this way, right? It's not good. You need to get rid of these feelings. You need to get rid of these spirits when you are noticing these signs, chosen ones. It's time to act. It's time to act on it, and it's time to make some changes. All right, chosen ones? That's what we're talking about today. So get the swords ready. I hope they're sharpened up by now. They should be. We finna dive on in. Chosen ones, when you start to become overwhelmed by trials and tribulations, that's one sign right there when like things are just starting to be too much for you. It's overwhelming. Like you at this point you don't know what else to do. You're starting to feel like you're losing your mind. It's just too much to bear, right? When you start to feel that way, chosen ones, there are solutions. And I'm going to give solutions to every single sign. That way I'm not just telling you these signs, right? And then just leaving them at that. I'm going to tell you the signs. You notice these signs, and then you need to do certain things. You need to put forth effort to get rid of that energy. So with the first one we was talking about was the overwhelmed by trials and tribulations. You need to start seeking support and encouragement from other believers. That's one. It's not going to make it better. Like this overwhelming feeling that you have is not going to make it better hanging around with the wrong people. Hanging around with narcissists or just anybody who is always negative. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to make it any better for you because they just going to add more of the bad baggage onto you. Everything that you already going through, they not going to make it better. The only thing they're going to do is they are going to remind you of the things you're going through. That way you keep talking about it. That way you keep thinking about it. That way your energy is staying low. Because unfortunately for the chosen ones, a lot of people like to see y'all down. A lot of people like to see y'all freaking out, upset, don't know what to do, just going through it. I know it's the sad truth, but people, they be hating on y'all. They know y'all got a light, so when they see y'all struggling, it just, I don't know. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel like they winning out here. Something like that. Because you got to understand, it's a lot of people in competition out here, chosen ones. But I done said this too many times already. We don't compete with nobody. We have nothing to compete for. You are good enough just as you are. God made it that way. So you have no reason to be looking at other people trying to compete, trying to figure out how you can do this, what they doing, how you can do that, what they doing. Just do what you was sent here to do. You know what I'm saying? But just to get back on topic, chosen ones, you got to make sure you're hanging around with like-minded people, other believers who will encourage you. You know what I'm saying? Who will be that light that you need to have or need to see. Because sometimes, chosen ones, we be needing some light as well. We are light. We are the light of this world. But sometimes, you know, we need some more. We need some more. We can never shine too bright for the Most High. Put that in the comments. Chosen ones, our light will never go out. We can never shine too bright for the Most High. Put those things in the comments. You understand me? So it's just like the people who we hanging around is very important in our journey, because the things that they tell us, the things that they are feeding into our minds, it matters. Most definitely it matters. So just pay attention to that, chosen ones. And another one was you need to be praying for the strength and wisdom when you are feeling overwhelmed by these trials and tribulations. What better thing to do than to talk to the Most High about what you're going through? A human is not going to solve your problem. Don't get me wrong. Some people may encourage you. Some people may tell you things that can change your mind. They can make the situation more positive. But you're going to get your true peace, your true change, the one that you really need, from the Most High. So you got to pray and talk to him about whatever it is that you're going through, because he already know, and he know the best way for you to overcome it. You know what I'm saying, chosen ones? People overcome certain situations differently. We all go through a lot of the same things as chosen, but we're not the same people. We all got different walks. We are all different, unique human beings. So we are going to react to things differently, and our walk is just going to be completely different. But you just got to understand that we all in this together, in the sense of God, he chose us. He chose a certain amount of people, just a few. Many people are called, few are chosen to complete a certain mission here on this earth. So you ain't got no time to be thinking that you can't do it. Yes, you're human. You're going to have obstacles to go through. You're going to have times where it may be getting hard and your faith will be tested. But it ain't nothing that you can't get through. You done been through everything already. You done been through so much already. It ain't about to be nothing that's too hard for you to get through. All right? You're going to be good. Trust and believe. Put that in the comments. I know I'm going to be good. God got my back. You know what I'm saying? Let's slice some dice on it, shall we? I think it's that time. James 1, verses 2 through 3. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face many trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. So it's okay. It's okay. Yes, you may feel overwhelmed, but in this season, in this time, you're getting stronger out here. If you stay strong, and if you understand that whenever you get through this certain situation, you have become stronger out here. Come on now. Just put that in the comments. I'm getting stronger in all of my trials. Talk your talk, chosen ones. Let's continue with the next sign. You start to feel unworthy. You just start to feel worthless. You getting that feeling? You can't ignore that one, because you most definitely got some worth out here. All right? Put that in the comments. I know I'm worthy. Chosen ones, you need to start reminding yourself of God's love. And you do this by prayer and reading the word. So you start to feel unworthy. Yes, God, whenever you're talking to him and whenever you feel in his presence, he most definitely is going to make sure you do not feel that way. You're only feeling this way now most of the time because you are not embracing and talking to God. Some of y'all probably like, I feel this way, but I am talking to God, but I still feel this way. Okay, let me tell you this then, chosen ones. Whenever you're talking to the Most High about something you're going through, when you're feeling unworthy or any other emotion, you got to understand that it takes time. Just think about like when you're talking to somebody in the real world, right? You may need some help with something, or you just may need a word of encouragement or some advice. When you talking to that person in the real world, you can't expect that you just gonna have this satisfaction and that the feeling is gonna go away just like this. It's the same way when you're praying. It's the same way when you're talking to the Most High. You got to wait. Listen to him. Wait for a response. Really take your time and wait for a response. And thank you, Holy Spirit. I keep telling y'all to get these journals. Because when you're praying and when you're talking to God about what you're going through, anything that's hitting your spirit, you can write that down. You can write it down, and then you can continue to go back to it and talk to God about it again if you need to. You won't forget it, and you know what I'm saying, and can take care of it. Don't misplace it. You feel me? And even if you do, it's okay. There's plenty of notebooks out there, plenty of pieces of paper, plenty of things to write with. Ain't no excuse. But I just highly advise y'all to get these journals. And another thing that y'all can do, chosen ones, when you are starting to feel worthless, you need to get in that word, because the word, it will tell you differently. It will tell you differently about yourself, because what God says that he has done for you and what God says that you can do, because of the power and the strength and everything that he has given us. Come on, man. That's all in the word, and that's God's truth. And in his truth, God makes promises to you that you need to know, and you need to understand that he won't break them. So it's just like, man, you're feeling worthless. Come on, man. Gosh, he ain't put that spirit into you when he created you. So I don't know where that's coming from. That's got to be coming from other people. That's got to be coming from the lies that Satan put into your head. It's not coming from the Most High, and it ain't coming from you. So it's just like, you need to tap into who you truly are, and you need to tap into God. Those are the sources that you really need to be paying attention to understand how great, powerful, magnificent you truly are. You know what I'm saying? So you can kill all that noise today. You feel me? Start taking these steps, y'all, man. You can't just feel a certain way and then expect it to go away without doing anything. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work like that. And it's gonna take time, but you got to at least put forth the effort. All right? Let's slice and dice on it. It's that time. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Come on, man. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. You feel me? And you got to understand, when it comes to Christ, he comes for the brokenhearted. You got to remember that. Now, I'm not saying we purposely feel sad, we purposely feel some type of way just so that we can get God's attention, just so that we can get a certain thing. No. Why would you want to do something like that? It's just, when you are truly going through something and you bring it to the Most High, he will come for you. He will fix your heart. He will fix your attitude. Anything you're going through. Come on, man. Some people be thinking that they won't get a different feeling, or they won't feel better after just talking to God for a while. You know what I'm saying? Some people really think they won't do it because sometimes y'all just don't try it, or you just may feel like, it's just everything is happening back to back and I'm not really seeing too many changes. It's like, where is God at? What about where God was at when the good things were happening to you before? What about where God at when, you know what I'm saying, you woke up this morning? A lot of the times we like to say, where is God, when a lot of bad things are happening, but we don't understand that a lot of bad things happen for our good. And in the future, we'll be talking about, oh man, God, I was tripping back then. I want to thank you for doing, you know what I'm saying, chosen ones? Y'all know that y'all didn't realize that the things that happened to you in the past was for your good. You got to be honest with yourself. And that could be the same thing for what's going on right now. Keep that in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in your mind. You most definitely are worthy and you got a purpose here. Let's continue. Another sign that you may be experiencing. You are becoming tempted that much more about worldly pleasures. And there's a lot of them out here. So you're being tempted a lot. You just feel like this temptation is it's just too much. You just keep going back to it, or it's just certain things that's happening to where it's like you want to stop. You've been trying to stop doing certain things, but you about to go back. You this close, right? You feel like you this close. All right, listen to me. You need to start developing a deeper relationship with the Most High. You got to seek accountability from other believers, and you have to practice self-discipline. Now, out of those three, I really liked when I put the practice self-discipline and that's seeking accountability, because a lot of the times, chosen ones, other believers, they'll tell us, you know, or they'll give you that wisdom, or they'll just tell you, you know what, this certain thing that you are doing, or this certain thing that you deciding to go to, it's not right for you. Either because they've been in the truth, you know what I'm saying? They know the truth, you know the truth, so it's like, you know, they saying the things that they are saying to you aren't wrong. You don't want to hear it. You want to ignore it because you really want to go back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like other believers, they will give you that accountability, and you got to self-reflect. You got to really self-reflect on what's going on, because if you continue to ignore this feeling, he got you. Satan is going to creep in, and he going to bring you right back. And it's not worth it. You stronger than that, and you do not need the things of this world. You really don't need it. At the end of the day, that's why God gives us this truth, because he already knows that this world is just a whole big lie. This world has just been lying to us ever since we were born. But throughout all of the lies, throughout all of the things they was trying to take you out, it didn't work. You want to know why? Because God is in control, and his plan was for you to get through all of these things. His plan was for you to get stronger throughout all of these things. His plans was for you to eventually wake up to this truth, so you can't be lied to anymore, so you can be awake, see what's going on. Now you really ready to spread this gospel. You really ready to tap into your true self, using your gifts and talents, right? Come on now. That's what the world don't want, for people to wake up and understand who they are in this world. That's what they most afraid of. And that's what Satan most afraid of. So remember that. Put this in the comments right now. They big scared of my light. Or they don't want me to turn up. Put these things in the comments. They know what's going on. So it's just like reminding yourself that God loves you, and just getting into that deeper relationship with the Most High. That's also gonna get you away from those worldly things, all of those temptations. Because when you keep reminding yourself that God loves you, and it's just up here, and you just think about it constantly before going back, everything you done did for me, God, and all of the things that I should be thankful for that you brought me out of, not really taking certain things for granted. You know what I mean? Because chosen ones, he really cherishes his chosen ones, and he protects us. So it's like every time we decide that we want to open the door, or just be disobedient, and just keep on letting the flesh win, and just going to all of these temptations that we are having, we are basically just saying, you know what? It feels better in the moment right now. It just feels good. And it do. Sometimes it do. It be feeling good, chosen ones, but that's the whole point. That's the whole fight. Killing or just dying to yourself, and just being that new creation when you woke up to this truth. It's not going to be easy, but that's why we most definitely have got to repent. Because I know some of y'all going through some struggles right now, but you got to repent. God, he will forgive you, but you got to truly repent, and in your heart show him that what you're doing, you know it's wrong, and that you really want to change. You know what I'm saying? He won't give up on you. He never gives up on his children. Believe that. That's one person who will not give up on you or fail you when you do something wrong. Not like how humans do. You know what I'm saying? They can't wait. They can't wait to make you feel bad. They can't wait to point out, you know what I'm saying, a fault that you may have, just so they can feel good. Nah, not God. That's why he the best source to go to. You feel me? Put this in the comments. God still loves me regardless of my faults. Yes, he does. Regardless. And you go overcome these temptations. I believe you can. You got to believe you can, though. You feel me? Let's slice and dice on it. 1 John 2, verse 15. Do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, come on, we got to show that we love the Father. Best way we can. By saying a big no to these temptations, to these worldly things. You feel me? I sure hope so, chosen ones. Let's continue to the last sign right here. It's the last sign I got for y'all that y'all may be having. You starting to lack faith and you starting to doubt God's plan for you. You just really feel like, you know, that God really ain't got no plan for you in all this. You just can't see it. You just can't see it at all. It's just not hidden, right? So with having that feeling, chosen ones, you got to understand that you just need to get into God's word that much more, and you need to pray that much more, because it only makes sense, chosen ones, that you talk to somebody who has created a plan for you. You trying to talk to anybody else out here, it's not wrong with getting advice from people, but you trying to wait and see if somebody can find and solve your problem, it's not gonna work the best way. Because a lot of the things I say for myself, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the problems that I started to realize that I was having, I was finding out from the Most High. A lot of the things that I didn't even know about myself, I was finding out from the Most High. You just got to continue to talk to them, chosen ones, regardless of how you feel. Even when y'all be feeling super frustrated, pissed off, you don't understand. Even talk to God and let it out. Let out all your feelings. Don't hold it in. It's okay to talk to God when you mad. You know what I'm saying? He understand. He know we get mad. We human. Of course, don't get disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But just tell him how you feeling. It's okay to talk to God. Like, I'll give you an example. You know, you're feeling some type of way about something just happened. And, you know, you're just talking to God like, man, I don't understand why that had to happen. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my part. Like, what's going on, Father? Please tell me what's going on, because it makes no sense to me. Like, you feel me? Just talk regular. Talk to him. And then take your time with it. Wait. Because there's been plenty of times where I was pissed off, very upset, talking to God about what was going on. And then just like after a while, the peace came. The peace will come. It's not going to come like this. But after a while, the peace will come, because we tend to forget how powerful and how magnificent God is, because sometimes we be thinking he can't do something for us, or we be thinking he can't do something for somebody else that we praying for or anything like that. That's us just for real. That's underestimating. That's pretty much lowballing God at the end of the day. Basically, he basically looking like, man, you really think that I can't? Because he can do anything. Anything is possible when it comes to the Most High, y'all. Anything is possible. Put that in the comments and remember that. All things are possible when it comes to my God. You feel me? So it's just like, stay in this word. Meditate on this word so that you can really remember and understand the things that God did for other people. There's a lot of examples in the word that shows what God did for other people when they were going through things. It's a lot of things in Psalms that you can get. There's a lot of things in Proverbs that you can get. Things that you can get for your life in the sense of understanding, just having more knowledge and understanding of how you should basically just move in your journey. And the thing about the word too, chosen ones, is that we can read the whole thing. We can read the whole Bible. And then read it again and have a whole different take on it. Every time you read the Bible, you can have a whole different experience, feeling. You can just get something new every single time, because life is always moving on. Life always going on. You're always going through new things. You're still growing, you're still learning, and things are always happening in your life. So when it comes to the scriptures, when it comes to slicing and dicing, It's going to keep you 10 toes. It's going to keep you standing on business. And it's going to keep you close to the Most High, which is the main thing, the most important thing we should have, right? Most definitely. And this is one of my favorite scriptures, y'all. We're going to leave it off with this one. Jeremiah 29, verse 11. For I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. God said plans to give you hope and a future. God made those plans for you. And you a chosen one. You done been brought out of the darkness into this light. You are the light. You changing the world. The gifts and talents that you have is necessary. You hear all these things I'm telling y'all, chosen ones. This is the truth. This is the truth. So it's just like you have to believe and understand it is the truth. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. And don't let the worldly things, what the world is trying to do throughout the news, because they bringing out a lot of stuff right now that just don't make sense. But that's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Of course they turning up nowadays, but hey, we in the last days, so it only makes sense. But for the chosen ones, hey, it's up for us. It's only up. Put that in the comments. For the chosen ones, it's up. You feel me? So all the signs that we talked about today, if y'all are feeling any of those signs, change your attitude and kick that to the curb today. You watching this video for a reason. God woke you up. Be thankful. You know what I'm saying? It was all for a reason. It's time to start making some changes. Because he don't want you to feel like this way. He don't want you to feel this way. Satan do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, don't let him win. Be a coward. Do not let him get that dub. He's not going to get the dub at the end of the day anyway, so you might as well act like it. He's not winning this game. He already know we about to go left. He know he going down. He just wants you to go down with him. But guess what? Too bad. Put that in the comments. You can't have me, Satan. I'm on God's team. The winning team. The best team. You feel me? I hope so. If y'all stayed this long in the video, man, I appreciate it. I thank you. I love you. You was slicing and dicing with your boy. Thank you for that. Feel free to put more in the comments. If this video hit your soul in any form or fashion, pound that like button and subscribe to your boy. Yes, sir, indeed. Chosen ones. Before I get up out of here, a few more things I got to leave y'all with. I do it every trip. I'm going to continue to do it every trip. Listen to me. See, I want y'all to have a super nice, man. I do. You know what else? I want y'all to have a blessed. Every piece, every last blessing that God got for you, I want you to have them. If you ain't asked for them, I advise you to do so. He wants you to receive them. Chosen ones. You should. And I want y'all to have a beautiful day. Chosen ones. Peace out. God bless. And don't ignore these signs. You chosen. So act like it. Yeah.